Welcome to the podcast Before the Crown. 30 voices, one crown, and there's another contestant who's eyeing that crown. Is from Maharashtra. Rajnandini Pawar, तुझं स्वागत.
Thank you so much.
सर्वात पहिला प्रश्न. Do you speak your mother tongue?
Of course I do. Marathi माझी favorite भाषा आहे.
And do you use that pretty often, or?
Of course, I've grown up in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. My entire household, every day we talk in Marathi, and like I mentioned, it's my favorite language.
Nice. Now, your name is Rajnandini, which means daughter of a king, which is a princess. So, are you that daddy's little girl forever?
I think every single girl is a daddy's little girl forever, and I've had the most nurturing childhood. And generally, my parents have given me more than I've ever asked for, and they've literally treated me like their little princess. I'm the youngest one in my household, so I've had that pampering, and my dad has literally treated me like a princess, so I take special pride.
And you definitely bring that happiness, and especially those dimples of yours. Do you often get complimented for that?
Thank you. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah? And what's your reaction? Are you like modest and like, oh, it's okay, it's a thing, it's just me?
No, I'm happy, I'm lucky. And the fun fact is, both of my parents do not have dimples. Me and my brother both do, because my grandfather is somebody who has the most stunning smile, so I get it from him.
Yeah, so she's already stated that she's got a stunning smile, and we ain't denying it from your grandfather. So how is, like, do you live in a joint family, or what's the family structure like?
No, so we live in a nuclear family, but my grandmother used to stay with us. I never got to meet my paternal grandfather, but my paternal grandmother, whom we very fondly called Ammaji, is somebody who stayed with us. She's no more, but growing up, I'm somebody who's extremely connected to my family, my roots. They are my world. And I really hope that even Appa Baba, I never got to meet him. He is somebody who's done a lot of work in our community. He was a member of a parliament, and I'm very proud that I get to carry his legacy in one way or another.
Nice. Your grandparents, I'm sure, are watching you over and very, very proud of you at this moment that you've made it representing Maharashtra and the top 30 finalists for Miss India 2026. So you're the only one from the family who's into this field, right?
Yes.
Where and how did you gain that confidence to be in front of the camera and be so super confident?
Very honestly, I do not remember a single moment that I decided I want to do this. I've always known that I'm going to do this. Growing up, ever since I was 3 years old, was my first stage performance. I performed a little dance. I was wearing this costume of a fairy, and that was my first ever connection with an audience and a stage. But I think somewhere down the line, a big part of this also goes to my mother. When she was pregnant with me, she sensed and she hoped and prayed that she will have a daughter. And she prayed that one day her daughter will represent India on the world stage. And I think everything that I do is an extension of that.
So you're making her dream come live? Yeah?
Yes, I hope so.
You sure? You have full potential. But you spoke about a fairy tale dress. Yes. You spoke about being that pamper. Your name is Princess. So are you a believer of fairy tales?
You know, I'm a believer of happy endings for sure. And every fairy tale has a happy ending. But I think at the same time, it is not only what makes a fairy tale is also the amount of actions and efforts that you put into stuff. What I believe in is putting my hard work and effort into something. And I know that eventually the results will favor you if you go towards something with good intention and a good sense of hard work and pour your soul and heart into something. So if we're talking in that sense, of course, yes. But I've always noticed that if you go into something with that good intent and that positive outlook, the result is bound to be positive.
Now that you've shared the secret mantra of how you can succeed, do you really apply that in real life, or is it just because you're in the pageant phase?
I'll tell you, sir, I've recently learned to apply it. I've been through so many stages and platforms where initially, of course there are moments of doubt, of course there are moments where you get nervous, but I've just realized that you really have to have this mindset so strong that nothing in your way can stop you.
Well, that's quite motivating, and there are so many ones who are listening to you, who are watching you. But what made Rajnandini believe in herself?
The 3-year-old Rajnandini, the 5-year-old Rajnandini, the fearless one who honestly didn't let the world around her define what she wants to do. The little Rajnandini, I think that little child in you, that little echo, you should never let go of that, because eventually I think that's your calling. You have to listen to that little voice inside you, and I sit here today to honor that little Rajnandini, because I know back in the day, if she imagines herself to sit here on a podcast with the Sachin Kumbhar, then I'm sure she'll have the brightest smile on her face and she'll be thanking her stars. And I am thanking my stars.
That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much. And I remember meeting you a couple of years back at an event with your dad when you were a little girl there. And we clicked a picture and we recreated that. So those are memories, and thank you for the compliments. But Rajnandini, I want to know, while you were growing up, you spoke about the 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 8-year-old, but you also must have had so many friends that kept changing through life. Who were your go-to girls or guys as friends who got that Rajnandini to be what she is?
I'm so glad you asked this. You know, growing up, every single child goes through school and college, you keep changing your friends, but I've been very fortunate in that case, because I've had this one friend who stuck with me ever since I can remember. We started our life together since we were 3 years old. Her name is Tarika, and I think she'll tear up if she watches this. She's such a huge part of my life and me growing up, and I've had the best childhood because we're equally crazy, we're equally silly. So no matter how many people come and go, I know I'll always have that one girl by my side.
Sagarika, if you're listening in, here we go. She's swelled up, and why not? Because you've been that, pillar of strength for each other.
Yes.
So a big shout out to you as well. If you win this crown, if you make it and become the Miss India 2026, realistically, what will you do on ground to bring in the change?
I'm so glad you asked this. What I want to do, if I get to win Femina Miss India 2026, is first of all, I think this is the start of it, is to be able to connect with masses as much as I can. We've often seen back in the day Miss India's, connecting with larger audiences, being able to make their communities proud, and somewhere down the line I hope to do that. And for me, I'm a mass media and communication student. I want to bring a side of pageantry and this world forward that maybe people have not seen before. I've always dreamt of having my own NGO. I work with an organization called Youthika, and in fact it is something that all of us young people have come together, and one of my friends has founded it. And it's called Youthika because it is the youth of my city who's come together to do this. So I hope to upscale that through, because Miss India gives you a platform. Every girl who comes here already has a voice.
I would like to learn from you at such a young age. How did you manage to learn so much substance when you speak?
Thank you so much. So I've prepared for this moment my entire life now. Every step has been intentional, and I've always walked my journey with a single thought, a single vision and a single goal: to have India across my heart.
Nice. And now if you win and represent India on the global platform, which is Miss World, what would be that one message as an Indian that you would like to give out?
You ask me a question that might make me tear up. But very honestly, if I have the opportunity to carry our country's flag on the world stage, my only message to the world would be to make sure that we are connected to our people, to our roots and our culture, no matter where we go and how far we go in life. Because in the end, what actually gives meaning to life are your people who surround you, who constantly are pushing you to be better, and are your values who actually keep you grounded. I've always said this, that a true Miss World or a Miss India is somebody who has that emotional grounding to her nation. And if you have the power to carry that kind of power of your soil and walk through with a fierce heart, then I think you can achieve anything in this world.
You have already won each one of us here. So
thank you.
Thank you for being you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a couple of quick questions. You have to answer that without hesitating, which you shall excel.
Rapid fire.
Yes,
Let's do
it
this.
is. Let's go. Okay. What's the best advice you ever received?
to be yourself, to put on your horse blinders and focus only on you, on your vision and nowhere else.
Last film that stayed with you?
12th Fail.
Favorite actor?
That's a tough one, but I have to say Shah Rukh Khan because I think he's everybody's favorite.
Any favorite dialogue of Shah Rukh Khan that you can say it?
Of course, you ask me my favorite thing in the world.
Go for it.
अगर किसी भी चीज़ को पूरी शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है.
हाय शाहरुख भी कहेगा मार ही डालोगे. Favorite actress? Rajnandini Pawar.
Thank you. Let's keep it that way. Yes.
Favorite actress?
You just mentioned.
Rajnandini Pawar.
No, but if I had to, Deepika Padukone.
Comfort food?
Biryani.
One city you could live in forever?
My home is where I could live in forever, no matter the city. If I have my people around me, I can live anywhere in the world.
One habit you want to change?
I think I want to be more better at dealing with time.
One song that gets you going?
ये इश्क हाय बैठे बिठाए जन्नत दिखाए हाँ.
I didn't even have to ask her to sing. She just went on, which is nice. If not this, what would you be doing?
This has been my vision for the longest time. There's no other path I'm walking.
One thing you want to be remembered for?
To know that every single thing that I hoped I would do, I did.
And one go-to food from Maharashtra?
Puran Poli. There is no way, there's no other answer for this. Puran Poli with lots of ghee.
And last question is, the world is at war. What are we doing wrong as global citizens?
Very honestly, I think one of the most important things that we need to value in today's time is each other. If we're not going to be here for each other, who is going to be? And I hope that world leaders have a way of dialogue over destruction first and have a way of understanding before directly going forward to violence, because in times of war, there is no right or wrong. The only people who suffer and lose are the innocent lives.
I like that. Lead with a sense of peace. Thank you so much. On that note, I would like to say a big thank you to you, to the family girl. Thank you for giving us deeper insights into your life and what Rajnandini Pawar is. Thank you for showing us Sagarika's best friend. And also thank you for being that woman of substance. Wishing you the best and thank you.
Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.